10 times for the one time. That would be my preference. I hope we get to see that from Kylar, a long-time Bovar player. This classic setup. You know he's been playing this character for so long. Yeah, like you said about the Azoth pick with the signatures coming out, I'm thinking we could see some stinky Azoth coming out where it's just signature, signature, signature. We can't keep letting him get away with this.
I know that's right. Jesse Pinkman, he can't keep getting away with this. Here we go. Cheeseface jumping around trying to get something started with this bow. I don't know how I feel about him going bow into Lance like that, but now there's only one Lance present on the screen, and there is the spear in hand from Hypka. Hypka trying to chase in the skies against Cheeseface, not really able to get anything going, and now weaponless versus an axe and a hammer. Hammer Sayer coming out from Kylar, one more. I'm loving the way this game's starting off for the blue team.
It was interesting that Kylar didn't try and confirm the edge guard on Hypka, just immediately turned and started putting out some pressure onto Vay. So really maintaining that stage control, splitting up the red team means you can go for the 2v1 situation. Despite, thinking Kylar Allison, Hypka is going to drop the D-Light. Sayer didn't get the jump there. Nice ground pound. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. I would have thought going into this one, even though Vay and Hypka have made it this far in the tournament, it's Kylar Allison Cheeseface. Let's be real. The pedigree that Kylar Allison Cheeseface have, way higher. They're going to end up going up, getting both kills on their knockouts on the red team. Kylar, the only one surviving on this first stock.
Kylar doing a good job, too. He's hurt, but he's got to get hit by some real stuff, especially with the two weapons that are on board. Maybe a Sayer from the... Okay, we'll cut what I'm talking about. The recovery from the spear is going to go ahead and take that stock out. Nice job. Haven't eaten too much damage. Very, very even game. Red team has control, really, right now. We have Kylar weaponless. Look at that sig for the punish on the neutral light. He didn't chase dodge, right? He wanted to control his side of the stage. He hit his teammate, hit the other player, but boom, that was so clean to come through with that that side sig and get the punish.
And if you're thinking about one single move, Signature's not bad. It's going to give you a good amount of force on it against an orange opponent. Not going to lead to immediately the KO, but going to split up that blue team so they're far apart, can't follow up off one another. It's going to do a decent amount of damage. It was a grounded opponent. If you're going for that D-Light into the side air for more damage, you're not going to hit it because it's a grounded opponent there. So definitely a good choice there for that single, just one move punish. Get that nice dump of force and damage immediately without risking too much. The only reason Kylar is going to live through this is because of that reduced force when your teammate ends up hitting you. Reduced force, going to have a little bit less damage as well on that. So that's really the only reason that Kylar survived there. He even turned it into a KO as well before he fell.
Exactly. And that was a very, very good pickup, right? I feel like it wasn't worth chasing him if you paid more attention to how many resources he used when he went out, and especially getting hit by his teammate after using, I think he used 2 of his jumps, and he got his recovery stolen, right? So all he had was a dodge and the extra jump you get from being hit to get back on stage. He wasn't going to make it. And Vay jumped down there trying to get the extra KO and got the turnaround on him. Bow, talk about a turnaround. Kylar's turned this into a 1v1. Ooh, tried to make a read on the dodge. Hypka was not able to get it. I am worried for Kylar right now. Nice pickup. Hypka with the weapon toss.
Nice.
Ground pound. Oh, what do you think, Spark? I'm scared for him.
Recovery almost KOing off the top. If he did that from the main stage, just maybe one jump height up, that might have been the KO. Hypka playing this really well against Kylar, maintaining this solid lead, doing their best to get weapon control. That point blank D-Sig is going to be the KO option. Knew that Kylar was right on top. What are going to be your really other defensive options there? It's like a Lance D-Light. What are you going to do with that? You're going to be doing a little bit of damage, but you don't need damage at this point. Your opponent's already red. What a great option coming out from Hypka. 664 damage, picking up 3 KOs along the way. Fantastic work.
Highest damaging player on the board for the first game of this top 4. That was really, really good. 664 in a tournament setting is very, very, very good damage. We have 564 coming out from Kylar Alice with a teammate doing 417. So something's telling me that some stocks were getting lost a little early on the side of the blue team. But
we also saw an accident come out.
Yeah, there it was. Yeah, the KO of your teammate. That's what it was. That's what it was. But you know what? Yeah, let's look at these replays. I want to see the step back 2017 James Harden. Bow! Got him. That was beautiful right there. You know what I mean? You can call it travel if you want to, but he still got the bucket.
Now, one thing that does worry me a little bit is in that 2v1 situation, we didn't see a lot of power coming out from the red team. We didn't see a lot of confidence. It didn't seem like they were really in control of that situation. The control really happened once Vay got knocked out and it was in that 1v1 situation. That worries me because the best 2v2 teams, they know how to play individually if they're split up. They know how to play together when it's an even 2 versus 2 situation, but also the best 2v2 teams in the game know how to play that 2v1. They know how to do that power play when they have that man advantage. That's an important ingredient that you need for the best 2v2 teams out there.
You're right. We didn't see too many big-time team plays. We didn't see a lot of team hustle for defense or anything like that. Honestly, whenever we did try to see the pickups, one of them was the Kylar turnaround KO. Some of them trying to help out is really putting them in a situation where they could have lost that game, whereas their singular 1v1 play is giving them the chance to win. Now, that was good team play on the side. Kylar's gone with another ground pound coming out from Vay, and on the other side, Hypka with a, was that a side sig? Or was that a sig?
That was a side sig.
Okay.
Huge work coming out. Major work on the right side edge as well. They had like complete control of that, of course, using that spear ground pound, that like downward helicopter with huge hitboxes on it can cover so much of that area up against the wall, even out it. We'll talk about the team follow-up. Yes, sir! They were in a 2v2 situation and they just turned it into a 2v1 just like that. I talked about that maybe being a weak point after last game. I was wrong.
Okay, so I'm hype about what you're hype about because that got me juiced. But I'm watching, and I saw Hypka just use the gravity cancel in-sig for Orion to touch the wall, and that move covers, right? Like, they went to try to touch him. They were going to get yoked down and get slammed. That was going to be over with. That's clean. Me personally, I have not seen anybody do that. That is a very, very good tool to use your dodge to touch the side of the stage. But let's talk about these stock numbers. Pow! These are the first 2 stocks coming off of Vay and Hypka. But look at the damage on Cheeseface's second, and we already have Kylar House on the final stock, almost out of there. This is a tough comeback for the blue team, and the red team is showing us they have the teamwork. We don't need a question.
We see Vay in the edge guard situation. Kylar makes it through. I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to survive in this one. He is extremely damaged. We see him again sent off to the right side. No weapon toss came out. Maybe a little bit of a slip up here. He just barely gets back, but there's the down air. Vay takes that one. 4 stocks to Cheeseface's 1. We've seen incredible 2v2 team play here from Vay and Hypka. It seems like they needed that first game for a little bit of a warm-up, and I don't even want to call that a warm-up game because like they also won. Like,
exactly.
If you win your warm-up game, that's impressive. What are you going to do to take out this team that is now warm? Here we see the combo coming, slight drop, but we did see them hit that earlier.
We did see them
so
hit
they have
that
like
early.
a 50-50 on that, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Are they going to be able to clean this one up here? I expect that they are. A little bit of swag coming out from Hypka. Wasn't able to actually make the hit on the move. Still not taken out, though.
Finally. So much damage on the board that unarmed Sayer takes out the stock. 634 coming out for Hypka and 524 coming out for Vay. Vay with 5 KOs, and we saw the accident was there at the end of the game, right? Doesn't really matter. They already had it sold, and they were just messing around. Look at that combo. So that thing was clean. It only didn't work at the end there when they tried it because they didn't have enough damage on to let the gravity cancel side sig land. That's the only reason it didn't work. They executed it perfectly. Other than that, that was a very good game. They showed us. They did exactly what almost everybody I ever cast does in any game. They said, shut up, Zip. Anytime I say that you're not showing me something, I really need to see you do this. They always do it. And I don't know is that a reverse curse? Is that what I'm doing?
It's a blessing.
The blessing of Zip.
Yeah.
Hashtag Zip blessings.
Yeah. Get that going out there. You might see it pop up on the screen. Make sure to also hashtag BH Esports, and you might see it pop up on the stream. But one thing I really want to look at is we talked about it during the game, and I love that the numbers also support it after the game. Is this major step up? Because the first game, it was Hypka doing like 664 damage, picking up 3 of the technically 5 KOs that came out for the red team. So he's doing more damage, picking up more KOs as well. But then you have this next game, and Vay doing good damage numbers. Not necessarily the most, but 524. That's a good damage number.
Yes.
Also picking up, like you mentioned, 5 KOs. So this isn't just the Hypka carry session where Vay hops in the backpack. It's both members of the team sharing their own responsibilities, and those responsibilities can also change.
That is correct. Vay is definitely not in the Jansport. Vay is playing the game. Vay is out here to hold it down for squad. Red team is here to do what they need to do, and I'm loving it. They're showing us that they're here for a reason, and we said that before everything got kicked off. We talked about teams getting to this point of the tournament. You are not here by some fluke. You're here because you came here cohesively as a unit, and you showed every team along the way that they deserve to be in the lower side.
We're seeing Vay and Hypka do this at a really critical moment. I mean, we're essentially halfway through the competitive season, and we're all of a sudden seeing kind of a rise of this brand new team, and they're putting in work against Kylar and Cheeseface, which aren't necessarily always the top dogs in this region, but still, everybody knows these names. Everybody knows the work that they've done in this region as representatives for their region. So Vay and Hypka doing this about halfway through the season means, I mean, sky's the limit for what they're going to do, even if they don't catch the victory here, even if they go down into the loser side of the bracket and fall there. They're going to keep this momentum going. They really did come up with a lot of momentum going into this one. They're forcing the character change from Kylar as well. He wants that heavy-hitting Taros.
Oh my gosh, you know I love me some Taros. You know, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Taros isn't broken anymore. You know, I'm not going to let people keep slandering my boy. I don't think that he's broken anymore when his two weapons just keep getting... The axe is still amazing. Hammer's still really good. But they've been getting taken down some notches since back in the day when people wanted to cry about this guy.
We definitely don't see as much Taros anymore. You saw that neutral signature coming out from Vay. Ended up hitting Hypka. Got the accident there, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but they turned it into a KO, and then that was Cheeseface's second stock. So it's now 5 stocks to 4. That was a fantastic trade in favor of the red team. Hypka and Vay are doing incredible work here for this region. Beautiful downsig, gonna split up some of those players, maybe make it a little bit less chaotic in the middle, but Cheeseface is taking so much damage. Kylar open to rotate in, relieve some of that pressure, doing a pretty good job, picks up 2 hits.
Kylar was being a great bodyguard right there, trying to keep Cheeseface safe, but nah, they get Kylar out of there, and now what is going to happen to Cheeseface while he's gone? A nice little combo quickly into the down sig so you don't have to deal with Kylar. Tried to get a pickup. Now I like it. So Kylar's doing a great job. He's trying his best, and he's succeeding at keeping Cheeseface alive. He's going to need him to make this win possible. We have Hypka down to the last stock. Vay is almost on the last stock. If you keep Kylar on 2, even a 2v1 situation is possible.
Hypka does have to be careful. Can't take too much damage. Cheeseface going down low. You saw the sweat beads coming out, bouncing off the wall. That's going to take away some of the momentum. Keep Cheeseface alive just a little bit longer. Vay over on the edge. Cheeseface still in this game. Not anymore. Taken out there. Kylar in the 1v2 situation. 3 stocks for the red team, 2 stocks for Kylar, but he's a hard-hitting Taros. He has 2 stocks left on the board. Hypka's in orange, so if Kylar grabs an early KO onto Hypka, or even gets it onto Vay, and then gets the 1v1 in just a moment, he has the 1v1 situation here, could take another stock. Hypka completely backing up. Defensive game, wants to let Vay come in for that power play.
Kylar is playing so clean right now. He has been a menace on the stage for the past 2 to 3 minutes. They cannot do anything with this man. Clark Kent has taken off his glasses, ripped off the button up, and you see the S on the chest. Can he get the double with a kryptonite come through?
Sidelight side air, not going to be that kryptonite because it is not a true combo. There's the recovery taken off the top. Kylar is going to come back into this game. Brand new crisp white tee on him right now. Well, technically now he's gotten hit, so it's not quite as crisp anymore. Got a little bit of dust on those white Air Forces.
I mean, he only needs 2 per, and I think he might be able to get this. Oh my gosh, Hypka with a nice catch. Vay falling off a little too low. It's going to give Kylar the chance to get a weapon. He has the hammer in hand. All right, getting back on stage. They have been doing a great job of making him suffer. Not allowed to play really. Nice stomps there. No, the bait was so good from Hypka. Let him do the dodge, walk backwards a little bit, said, come here. A little bit closer, caught him with the downlight, and completed the combo with his teammate. That's the team play we were talking about. Hypka and Vay are looking great. That's it.
Yeah.
They're moving forwards.
That's a 3-0.
Kylar with 725 damage. I really thought he was going to do it.
Look, if you see, we're probably going to get to see the end of the game. Pay attention to the top right of your screen to see how much damage the red team had on them. You can see it right there. They were if Kylar got lucky, I don't even want to call it luck because Kylar's just that good. He really brought it back like that. They were so close to losing that game, which could have got the momentum shift for the more experienced players of Kylar and Cheeseface, who can then come back, hit the reverse 3 with all of that experience in high.